right, we're back on the record. The People's State of Michigan versus Jennifer Hodge, file 210550 SM. We need a trial date, Katrina, for Hodge's case.
Yes, Your Honor. That would be August 26th at 9 a.m.
And settlement conference date is the 20th.
Yes, sir, 24th at 8:45.
All right, and then I want a 30-minute time slot within a couple of weeks for the bond violation.
Your Honor, we can do it Monday, June 28th, if you'd like, at 4 o'clock. Or would you like it further out?
Mr. Durant, would you be available June 28th at 4?
I would be available, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Hoffman, will you be available June 28th at 4 p.m.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, June 28th at 4 p.m. it'll be.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll be adjourned. Thank you.
Your Honor. In the
Yes.
meantime, do you want her to continue on the color line testing?
Yes.
Okay.
So Ms. Hodge, that means from here until the 28th, please call color line J and A, okay?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Or did you want that hearing in person?
Yes, the hearing will be in person at 4 p.m.
Can we give a notice as well? We'd like to appear.
Okay, great. We'll have you there.
Thank you.
All right, we have one left with Miss Bradshaw. We do see a Galaxy S20 5G coming in, so maybe that's Miss Bradshaw. Put a note for Miss Bradshaw to connect to audio, please.
Right now, sir.
Thank you. Do we have Miss Bradshaw connected?
Hi.
There we go. All right, we're calling the cases of the city and the People's State of Michigan versus Bambi Bradshaw. The city cases are file 210078OT and 210424OT. Council, please identify yourself for the city cases.
For the city, Your Honor, James Branson on behalf of the city of Midland.
Peter Durant on behalf of Bambi Bradshaw for both city cases as well, Your Honor.
All right, and then the State of Michigan cases are file 20-1379 SM, 210055 ST, and 210432 ST. Council, identify yourselves for the record in those cases, please.
Thank you. Patrick Swinsky for the people.
Peter Durant on behalf of Bambi Bradshaw for those cases as well, Your Honor.
All right, today's time and date set for pleas, it shows, and a bond violation. Mr. Durant, what is your client's intentions regarding the files?
It's my intention for her to plead guilty right now to the plea agreement. I can put that on the record, and then we could address bond afterwards if the court would prefer.
Yes, please.
So the plea offer for the county cases was if the defendant pleads guilty as charged in file 20-1379 SM and in file 21-0055 ST, guilty to count 1 and an added count 3, allowing driving while license suspended, the people will dismiss count 2 in 21-0055 ST and file 21-0432 ST in its entirety. And it's my understanding that Ms. Bradshaw would like to accept that plea, and we can enter that on the record to take care of the county cases.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Swinsky, is that the offer?
It is.
All right, Ms. Bradshaw, do you wish to follow your attorney's advice and enter the plea?
Yes.
Raise your right hand where I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Put your hand down now. Has anyone promised you anything more than what we've talked about on the record or threatened you in any way to get you to plead to these cases when you really do not want to?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any medicine, drugs, or alcohol that's confusing you at this time?
No.
If you enter this plea to these cases, all of these cases, you will be waiving some valuable rights. Those rights are the right to a trial, could have had a trial by jury, or if you, your lawyer, and the prosecutor agreed, or the city attorney in his cases agreed, could have been a bench trial, but there'll be no trial at all in any of the files. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You'll be waiving the rights to, in this, excuse me, I said any of the cases. I don't know the resolution of the city cases yet, but you'll be waiving the right to represent yourself. Mr. Drance, are you appointed or retained?
I'm appointed, Your Honor.
You'll be waiving the right to hire your own attorney, waiving the right to remain silent and never silence used against you, the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and waiving the right to confront your accusers, call witnesses, and testify. Do you understand each of these rights?
Yes.
You would have to waive these rights if you wish for me to take your plea. Do you waive these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead in file 20-1379 to obtaining controlled substances with a false prescription? Do you plead guilty, not guilty, or stand mute?
Guilty.
On October 26th of last year, did you go to a pharmacy? It looks like, I'm trying to see where, I see an address on Washington Street, but I don't, oh, here we go, Rite Aid. Did you go to the Rite Aid store in the Northwest Plaza in the city and county of Midland?
Yes.
Did you try to get Adderall from that location?
What was on the prescription? That's what I was trying to pick up.
You're trying to pick up something that required a prescription that you did not get prescribed. Is that true?
It was prescribed, but
So he's asking you if there was any edits made to the prescription that should not have been made by you, and that if you tried to fill that prescription for those drugs that you were not prescribed.
right.
Is that true? Okay.
Yes.
What did you do?
I did that.
What did you do?
I wrote an extra or like this other substance on my
Okay.
prescription because I had been on that previously and I was more familiar with a different medication. But yes, I did.
So Dr. Vargas, or the doctor you went to, prescribed one medication, and then you wrote the word "or" and put a different medication on there
Yes.
in order to obtain those medications that you were not prescribed by your doctor.
Yes.
Okay. Have I complied with the court rule and had an adequate factual basis, Mr. Schwinski?
Yes, that's accurate, Your Honor.
Do you agree, Mr. Durance?
I agree, Your Honor.
I find that the plea has been made knowingly, understandingly, voluntarily, and accurately will enter record of the court as false prescription. We're going to temporarily adjourn from this file so that we can get to the next one. Calling the case of People State of Michigan versus Bambi Marie Bradshaw, file 21055ST. Mr. Schwinski is here for the people. Mr. Durance is here for the defendant. Ms. Bradshaw, in this case, your attorney has indicated that you're going to be pleading guilty to the not having insurance and then allowing a driver, an unlicensed driver, to drive. Do you understand the offer?
Yes.
Are you planning on following your attorney's advice?
Yes.
I'm going to remind you that you are still under oath and that all of the rights that we talked about just a moment ago are applicable to this case. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do you waive the rights out as well in this file?
Yes.
Okay. How then do you plead to count one, not having insurance or security for your vehicle? Guilty, not guilty, or stand mute?
Guilty.
How do you plead to an added count 3 of allowing another person whose license was suspended to drive? Guilty, not guilty, or stand mute?
Guilty.
On January 8th, were you driving a motor vehicle on US 10 in the city and county of Midland?
Yes.
Was it your car, the Chevy Spark?
Yes.
Did you get pulled over by the police?
Yes,
Did they ask you for your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance?
yes.
Did you have insurance on the car on that day?
Yes. Only for maybe an hour.
Did you have insurance on the car that day, at that time, at that hour you were driving?
No,
And did you have a valid driver's license on that day?
as far as I knew, I did.
But when you find out, did you find out that your license was suspended?
Yes,
Okay. Have I complied with the court rule and had an adequate factual basis in this file, Mr. Durance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Schwinski?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I find that the plea has been made knowingly, understandingly, voluntarily, and accurately. Will enter in records of the court as count 1, failure to have security or insurance. Count 2 will be dismissed, allowing an unlicensed person or persons with license suspended to drive will be count 3. Now that we've entered those pleas, what is the plan for the city cases, Mr. Durance?
Right now, Your Honor, there is no offer from the city, so we would be moving forward to a trial in that case.
In both files?
Both files, Your Honor.
What type of trial are you looking for?
It would be a bench trial, Your Honor.
Mr. Branson, do you agree with the bench trial?
We do, Your Honor.
Okay. Could we do the bench trials on the same day then? Both cases?
Your Honor, I would ask that they be consolidated. These were events. One was just several days after the plea she just made, and the other is in April. So same charges, DWS first, and we have a no proof civil. We could throw that into a formal hearing on bench trial too, if Mr. Grants chooses. But I would ask that they be consolidated.
Any objection to that, Mr. Durance?
No objection. I think it would ease both the court's docket and mine and Mr. Brance's as well.
Okay. Katrina, can we get a date and time for those, please?
How long are we anticipating they to last, Your Honor?
Mr. Branson?
You know, I would anticipate proofs on either case lasting 15 to 20 minutes. I can do these cases in an hour.
Would you agree, Mr. Durance?
I would agree, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, that would be Friday, July 9th at 11 a.m.
That date work for you, Mr. Branson?
I believe so, Your Honor. July 9th at 11 a.m.
Yes. Mr. Durance, does that date work for you?
That works for me as well, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
That will be in person, and that will also be the time and date set for sentencing for the other case. Ms. Tidwell, I would like an abbreviated PSI just to determine her criminal history. And I agree, this, we may need to get some insight. There are a lot of cases in a short period of time. I was trying to determine. You had also filed a bond violation, however, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. And since the time I filed it, there's some additional things that I would like you to be aware of as well.
And those are?
She's missed 2 additional tests on the 18th and the 21st as a result of continuing to not call into the random testing program. And I've been informed that there's a pending DWLS charge out of Bay City for which arraignment has been set on July 19th. Allegations arise from the date of June 3rd.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I could, I'm sorry,
go
if I
ahead.
could speak to my client regarding the 2 new issues, because that may change our course of action.
Okay. We'll put you in a breakout room.
Thank you,
And
Your
we
Honor.
will stand by, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Oh,
Ms. Bradshaw, there you go. Your Honor, just so I'm clear, the other county case 210432 was dismissed in its entirety? Is that correct?
21, yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Your Honor, I think we've reached a solution to everything to
Okay,
ease the calendar and the scheduling a bit.
all right. Let's see, we get your client to come back. All right, we're back on the record on the City of Midland versus Bambi Bradshaw, file 210078OT, 210424OT. Mr. Durant's is back. His client is back. Mr. Branson is here. Mr. Durant's.
Your Honor, I've spoken to my client regarding the bond issues as well as the new Bay City issue and the current city issues. She would like to plead as charged to the driving while license suspended first in both city cases, as well as take the responsibility if necessary for the no proof of insurance ticket.
Okay. Ms. Bradshaw, is that what you wish to do?
I do.
All right, I'm going to remind you that you're still under oath. And in file 21-0078, you are charged with driving while license suspended. I want to remind you of all of the rights that we went over in your other cases apply to this case. You would have to waive your trial rights in this case as well. Do you do that?
Yes.
Remind you that you're still under oath. And how do you plead to driving a license suspended in file 21-0078OT, which is alleged to have occurred on January 16th of this year? Guilty, not guilty, or stand mute?
Guilty.
On January 16th, were you driving on East Patrick and Swede in the city and county of Midland?
Yes.
On that day, was your license suspended?
Yes.
Have I complied with the court rule and had an adequate factual basis, Mr. Branson?
Yes, Your Honor, you have.
Do you agree, Mr. Durantz?
I agree, Your Honor.
Find that the plea has been made knowingly, understandingly, voluntarily, and accurately will enter in the records as the driving while license suspended first offense. Temporarily adjourning, going to file 21-0424OT. Ms. Bradshaw, I'm going to remind you you're still under oath. Are you planning on waiving the rights that your trial rights as I've described to you in previous files?
Yes.
Reminding you that you're still under oath. How do you plead to driving while license suspended Date is April the 11th of this year. Guilty, not guilty, or stand mute.
I'm guilty.
On or about April 11th, were you driving a motor vehicle on North Saginaw Road in Ashland Circle in the city and county of Midland?
Yes.
On that day, was your license suspended?
Yes.
If I comply with the court rule and had an adequate factual basis, Mr. Branson?
Yes, Your Honor, you have.
Mr. Durant?
Yes, Your Honor, you have.
All right, and there was one civil infraction you said, Mr. Branson, is it still outstanding, or are you planning on authorizing it?
Your Honor, there is a civil infraction out there regarding no proof of insurance from the violation date of April 11th, 21. We'll simply dismiss that.
All right, no proof of insurance is dismissed. It looks like. All right, I'm trying to see. I see one from 2020, but this must have been from 2021.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe April 21st.
Okay. No proof of insurance. I see two of them. 21.
Your Honor.
So, yes.
I'm sorry, just so we can keep it straight. She actually has, it appears to have 3 no proof of insurances. I'm trying to find the one from April and I don't see that.
Your Honor, I see it on a ticket number of P273611. I don't know if that helps, Deb. P273611.
That's the one.
I do show
Okay.
that it's from April 11th. Okay, that one's dismissed. Thank
All right,
you.
that one will be dismissed. All right. At this point in time, I think it makes sense probably just to go to sentencing. So allocution on behalf of your client, Mr. Durant.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Bradshaw is here today. We've discussed it, and I've discussed at length of what actions has led her to be here today, as well as there's pending charges over in Bay County that are also going to be at issue in the very near future. Ms. Bradshaw has expressed to me that she's wanting to take responsibility. She wants to start getting these things taken care of, and she wants to do the right thing. In that case, that is what she's done. She's pled guilty. She's willing to accept whatever punishment she and the court determines is just. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Bradshaw, anything you wish to say in your own behalf?
No.
Mr. Branson, was there any restitution that's owed in any of the city files?
Your Honor, there is no restitution in regards, there was no accident, it was driving only.
All right, Mr. Schwinski, is there any restitution in the county files?
No, I don't believe so, Your Honor. No.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I do want to make the court aware she is suspended for failing to appear on case number 21-0055. She's suspended in both counts, so that's an additional $90. And then she's also suspended in case 21-0078. She's suspended, that's a $45 fee, just so
Can
the
I
court
waive
knows.
those? Can I waive those or not?
No.
Okay, I'll keep those in mind then for sentencing. You said not $45 and 21-0078 OT, and you said $90 and 21-0055.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. You'll be the sentence of the court in file 20-1379. The defendant pays $75 crime victim rights fee. I'm going to order no other fines or court costs. I'm going to sentence her to 30 days in jail. She's to report today by 7 p.m. If she doesn't, it will be 93 days for contempt of court. Will be adjourned on that case. She has 21 days to appeal, 14 days to request a court-appointed attorney to assist in that. In file 21055, we're going to sentence her. And that she pled to security fail in that one, didn't she, Mr. Durant's in the allowing? So it's going to be $75 for the security fail, $50 state assessment fee, and I have to order $200 in fines. That's the lowest that I can order. I'm going to sentence her to 30 days jail with no credit. She's to report by 7 p.m. or serve 93 days. I could have sentenced her up to a year in that case, but I chose not to do that. And in count 3, allowing driving license suspended is going to be $50 state assessment fee, 30 days jail, no 0 credit, She's to report by 7 p.m. or spend 93 days in jail. She has 21 days. And then the $90 is going to be still owed on that file.
Your Honor,
Yes.
allowing driving while license suspended and operation without security were the same case. You ordered the state assessment fee into twice.
Yes, I will take off the state assessment fee on the first charge, but she still will owe $90 that I'm unable to waive.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. In file 210078OT, she is sentenced to $75 crime victim rights fee, $50 state assessment fee, $45 for the failing to appear. She will serve 30 days jail starting at 7 p.m. tonight. If she doesn't appear, it will be 93 days, no credit. In file 210424OT, she is sentenced to $75 crime victim rights fee, no other fines, no other costs, 30 days jail, no credit. These will all be concurrent with one another. She does have in each case 21 days to appeal, 14 days request a court-appointed attorney to do that. I would suggest, Ms. Bradshaw, if you get to jail, then you send a note over to Bay County because chances are they will want to get you on the Polycom and take care of your cases over there about the same time. All of these are going to be served concurrently. Do not push it and fail to appear at 7 because if you want to get these cleared up, that's 30 days. I could have put you in jail for a year. I will put you in jail for 93 days if you don't show up tonight. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I think we covered all of the files. Did you have all the notes you need, Deb?
I can get them from Katrina. I'm all set.
All right. And I'm dismissing the bond violation because I just went ahead and did the sentencing. All right. Anything further, Mr. Durant, on any of the files?
Nothing from me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further from the city?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further from the county? Mr. Schwinsky?
Nothing, thank you.
All right, Ms. Bradshaw, I think you probably have to swing by the courthouse and pick up your paperwork to go to the jail. So make sure you
Okay.
get here first. Otherwise, they'll deny you and then you won't be able to start your jail sentence. We don't want that to happen. So make sure you get a way down. You don't have a license, so don't drive. Get down here
Okay.
to the court. That would be a very bad thing to do.
Yeah.
So get down here, get your paperwork, and then show up by 7 o'clock. Make sure you have dinner because I set it for 7 because then they've already fed dinner to everybody else and it's easier to process you at that time.
Okay.
All right. We'll be adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.